What about a video of a seagull eating a sparrow? That's pretty much like, what the fuck?
If you think you could talk about it,
Oh, it's disgusting. Oh my gosh. Here, I'll link it anyway. Hello, Internet. I'm Joe.
I'm Eric, and we are Super Olympic themed today. Not really.
I am doing the 100-meter fail. I've been cross-training for the men's diathlon.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of weight. I'm lifting for the American team. You know, mostly couches and desks and shelves.
I'm just lifting my body weight.
No, that's tough.
That's a struggle.
Anyways, this is just cool enough. Ike's not here today because he fucking hates you personally, like just you.
Did. He called me and was like, "Hey, fuck that guy. I don't like that guy listening right there."
And I was like, I kind of like that guy. That guy's cool with me.
Actually, Eric stood up for you. I was indifferent.
Yeah, Joe's he doesn't want to get in the middle.
I don't like confrontation.
I respect that. I respect that. But I took a stand. I was like, no, Ike.
Stuck his neck out for you.
That guy's pretty cool. He's all right.
Fuck you, Ike. You know, listeners, then fuck you.
Son of a bitch. Anyways, he's not here, and we're gonna do the show without him, because why not? Also, fuck moving. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, moving is honestly the worst thing in the like. I could have a friend of 10 years ask me to move, and I'd be like, I'm not your friend anymore.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like the worst thing ever.
A year ago, which was the last time I moved, less than a year ago, I was thinking to myself, well, when we move down to Los Angeles, Kyle will help us. My good friend Kyle, who I'm a friend with, and I was like, he'll come down. And I was like, hey, you can come help us. No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I was like, okay.
I don't blame him.
And then This time I didn't even bother asking him, even though we were only moving 3 fucking miles. I was like, he's not going to do it anyways. I did joke about it because he was like, oh man, my water main broke. Now I'm not going to have water until Monday. I was like, hey, you can use the shower at our place and also help us move into it. And he did not reply to that.
That's what Sarah and I moved like 3 times within 3 years. And every time she picked an apartment, she picked like an old building that was on the 3rd floor with no elevator, and it was honestly like the worst experience. I'm glad that she bought a house here in Michigan because I don't have to move any more stuff anymore.
Yeah,
and I mean all the things I own can fit in a Rubbermaid container. Pretty sad actually when you think of like my whole life can be packed up in this many boxes. Moving is an awesome time to assess your life.
Yeah, it was certainly when I was like, okay, I got a shelf, a dresser, a bed, my desk, the thing I keep my TV on, and that's it for furniture. Everything else fit in 2 boxes or 3 boxes, and I was like, "That's good. That's a good amount of stuff to have." You know.
Yeah, just in case you ever need to cut and run, you know, you could fit all that stuff in a small truck.
Yeah.
That's how I live. That's how I live my life.
I live my life one rented Home Depot truck at a time.
Anyway, we got some emails, don't we?
Yeah, we actually got.
We could just get Ike to read them.
Oh,
wait.
He specifically said, and I'm not reading any of these fucking emails from these douchebags. I was like, whoa, one of them's good.
I know, right?
Now we got a number of emails. Some of them were pretty decent, but I decided only one of them really needed to be read out on air. And
only one made the cut.
Yeah, it was tough.
Except for Ike. Ike was like, fuck that Tal guy.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. We're like, you never email us. Why doesn't anybody email? Then they email us, and we're like, fuck, we're not reading any of these emails because we're fickle like that. Anyways, this email comes from Tal, who says, you guys fucking suck. But I'm a nice person, so I'm going to help you out. I know you often like content, so I end up dribbling into your microphones and calling it a show, but not this week. Here's a question for you and a few friends. Here's a question me and a few friends have discussed in length. Given medieval armor and weapons, what is the biggest/strongest animal that you would be willing to duel to the death? You may use any sort of armor you wish, but keep it era appropriate. Would you opt for a bow and arrow, or try and kill a thing before you get, and try and kill a thing before it gets to you, or a two-handed axe? I personally would probably use a sword and shield, and the biggest thing I would duel would be a puma or large ape, not Joe. P.S. and he gives us some content. Enjoy the show, Tal. So thank you, Tal. And yes, we're aware of that button push on the website. That's there on purpose. Yeah, medieval armor and weapons. Interesting. See, you would think, like, I'll put on a full suit of armor and get a battle axe and take on a tiger. But tigers are fucking fast and strong.
Yeah, dude, and they will fucking knock you out.
Yeah, and armor's fucking heavy.
We fought tigers before, we know.
Yeah, I do it. I do it on a weekly basis. So yeah, I mean, tigers. Most animals are pretty fucking strong.
Well, no, okay. So Tal says he's gonna fight a puma with a sword and a shield.
See, it depends on the shield, because even, I mean, if a fucking, I don't know about a puma, but like some of the bigger animals have enough strength to probably break your goddamn arm, even if you block it.
Yeah, like seriously, like what are you gonna do when a puma is attacking you and you're in armor? Like I guess you still have the leg up on them, but it's not like Skyrim. It's not like they're gonna sit there for a second and turn towards you in a 360-degree motion and then slowly gallop towards you.
Yeah,
pumas are fast.
They're going to look at you and run directly forward in a straight line, never zigzagging.
Go for the jugular.
And all you have to do is hold out your shield, and they will instantly hit it. And you will not take any damage when they hit your shield.
It's okay, especially if you've spec'd into the shield blocking thing. If your defense is high enough, you actually cause them damage.
Yeah, you could do a shield bash and then a repulse. And also it depends, like, are you doing slashing attacks or stabbing attacks? Because obviously slashing attacks are easier than a stabbing attack, because a stabbing attack takes more skill, more strength. There's a greater chance of you're more exposed. There's a greater chance you lose your sword. But if you're slashing, you're not inflicting as much damage. And even if you get, that's a problem with slashing, is even if you get a nice cut that would eventually kill it, it's a slow kill. It's not a fast kill. So they still have, you slash them across the side, and they're probably not going to live through it, but they have enough time left over to rip out your goddamn jugular.
Yeah, and that's the key there. So you got to find that balance between speed and not so speedy. The weapon, I don't know how to. I think it's called a halberd, or I don't know. I just linked it to you over in the Skype chat. It's the thing that has an axe on. It's like a really long axe. Yeah. I don't want shit to get close to me, but I don't think that like if I don't get this thing in like the first initial swing, it's just that thing's gonna be all over me. You know.
I would probably a halberd.
Do you know it's a halberd really? But I figure if I'm wearing armor, right, and a puma's coming up to me, I can. Like, if I miss on the first swing, and it's gnawing on my leg or something, I could still take both the sticks and jam the top of it into its head or skull. But, a mace, good old shield and a mace, I think a blunt weapon is better, because unless you're holding a sword a specific way to, like, cut or stab, like, a mace just works. You can bludgeon somebody, and it's like the simple, dumb weapon. Just hit somebody in the face with a mace, and they're going to die.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. I kind of like the idea of a spear, which is kind of like the halberd, but it's not quite.
Halibut?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I would use a halibut. I would just use a medium-sized fish. That's what I would use. Now, but a spear is good because it's got distance, like your halberd, and as a stabbing implement. And also, if something's running at you, you just bam, and then.
But hitting things with a spear is so tough.
Not if you're standing still. You have to, but it's all going to be fucking tough. Like
that's what I figure. At my current skill level of everything, I figure a mace is going to be my best bet. Crush its bones, if it's a small animal. But like, I don't think I'd be willing to fight anything bigger than I don't know, like one of those, like a fox, just like hit like something small like a fox.
I could just see that, like you are in full imperial plate, like and then like there's just this little fox like munching on grass. They don't eat grass, but whatever. Just kind of sitting glazing, and then you just pull out your fucking mace and your shield, and you're just like and you just like fucking clobber this poor defenseless like little fox just standing out in the middle of a pasture.
Fox and the Hound too. It's like that like cute looking one.
Yeah, it's just a cute Disney fox, and you just beat it to death with a mace for no reason. And I
got him. I got the skill points for that one. See, but I mean, how big would you like a boar? That thing would kick your ass.
That's spears are great for boars, but again, a spear is kind of a one-shot thing. If you miss, then they close that distance, and
and then you got a horn in your scrotum,
and then suddenly you're dead, and your son Joffrey takes over the Iron Throne. Spoilers.
You pull a Baratheon.
Yeah, I know.
But I like, what would be the biggest animal you would fight? I would not fight a flying animal. A goose? Fight a goose?
I really wish. I mean, it's hard to say.
Spot between like slightly ferocious and still killable.
Yeah, I can see why I picked puma, because
that's a good animal type.
It's like dangerous, but not quite a mountain lion dangerous, but still kind of dangerous, but bigger than most house cats.
I would fight a griffin.
A griffin, yeah. I would. Manticore? Can I
straight up dragon?
Yeah, can I say manticore?
Yes, manticore.
I'd find a manticore.
You know what I would really, honestly, if I can kill like a fictional being, I'd kill Buckbeak.
Buckbeak? Yeah.
From Harry Potter. Because that thing just pissed me off.
Well, you and what's his face?
I don't know.
I don't remember their names again. The father of the dude that has bleach blonde hair.
I don't know, the guy Malfoy or
yeah. Lucius Malfoy wanted to kill him.
Yeah,
that's a long way to go for a joke. That's way too long to go for a reference.
Not like Buckbeak. He bothered me, like the way he looked. I'm like, shit, I'd hit that thing with a mace. So yeah, I would not fight anything bigger than a boar.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, are we supposed to pick specific armor?
And it's medieval weapons, right?
Yeah.
Then a Chinese medieval gun, specifically any sort of shotgun that they have. They had those in medieval times.
I want a fucking catapult.
Yeah.
Or a
trebuchet.
Trebuchet?
Yeah. Can I find a manticore with a trebuchet? Or a ballista? Either
yeah.
A ballista would probably be better for it.
Honestly, that would probably be your best bet. Like the boar's coming for you, and you just fuck it up with a ballista.
Like a real Roman ballista, just like ka-doom.
Or a battering ram.
Yeah.
I want to kill a puma with a battering ram.
I'm gonna kill a gorilla with just the flaming hot oil they drop from castles.
A goat.
I'll just sit on top of a castle and pour boiling tar on top of a gorilla. Can I do that? It's medieval. They did it in Braveheart.
That's exactly it. That's what you need to do. You could fight a cow. That would probably be pretty straightforward.
Can I fight a cow?
It's a cow with a halberd.
I'm gonna fight a cow, but with a mace, or with a morning star. I'm just gonna fuck you, cow.
All right. No, you could launch the cow at the gorilla, covered in tar.
Yeah, I could use the Greek fire. Set the cow on fire. Fire it out of a trebuchet at a gorilla.
What kind of armor are you gonna wear?
Oh fuck! Now I have to rethink this. I don't know.
I know.
I'll just wear some linen pants and a tunic. Like I got a flaming cow firing. I got a trebuchet that fires flaming cows at gorillas. I don't fucking need much armor, do I?
What if it closes the distance?
Well, then the cavalry comes in. That's what they're there for, to protect us. Did you know anything about medieval tactics? Didn't you ever play Total War?
I'm not a tactics master like you, Machiavelli. Shit.
You need to play Total War.
I do.
Said.
I would wear my full twill set.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Well, that was a great email. Thank you, Tal.
Yeah, thank you. Most emails don't take that much space.
Honestly, But if you would like to send us an email our way, you could email us at theshow@justcoolenough.com. That email address, again, is theshow@justcoolenough.com. And we'll look at it, and we'll say it's shit, and then we'll still ask for more emails.
Yep. You and I might, I probably wouldn't ever do with medieval garb.
What?
Rob people.
That's probably a good idea. You'd probably stand out if you're robbing someone nowadays.
Yeah, but apparently I'm not the only one. In some place on the border between France and Germany, they have this big medieval festival every year. It kind of takes place around this castle. They got a lot of castle type stuff. It's a big draw. It's one of the bigger medieval festivals in Europe, at least, where the people dress up. They come from all over to be all medieval and whatnot. And then before, when they were still setting up, some men, 3 or 4 men, dressed in like full garb, like any attendee or you would see, showed up and stole around. They say 1,500 or 15,600 pounds worth of money.
No, euros.
Well, they stole 12,000 euros.
Oh,
which is 15,000 pounds, which is $30,000. So it's fucking confusing.
It's amount of money. Shit.
How much is this in real money? Like, don't tell me how much this is in Zelda dollars.
Yeah, how many rupees is it?
No, you can't say rupee. That's racist because they actually use rupees in India. So he said Zelda dollars.
What about rubles?
What about caps? It's Fallout style. How many bottle caps is this?
What's the cap conversion from euro to pounds to caps?
Yeah. How many purified waters do I have to sell to get this? But apparently, according to witnesses, there were 3 to 4 individuals in masks wearing medieval attire.
It's the fucking Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's sneaking in.
No,
this is definitely the Thieves Guild from Skyrim.
Oh yeah, the whole city of thieves.
Yeah, probably they snuck in there and did all this shit.
It was actually from Oblivion. It was the Gray Fox.
Yeah, it was the Gray Fox ran the Thieves Guild.
Yeah,
in Cyrodiil. Duh.
Oh, I'm so
moron.
Excuse me. Fucking Thieves Guild. Bunch of they were all upgrading their sneak. This was like this was the first quest, like,
which is fucking stupid because everyone knows what you do is you crouch and then you tape your thumbstick down and you walk into a wall and walk away for a few hours and come back and you got like super awesome sneak.
Hey, can you do that in Skyrim?
Yeah, because sneak is just as long as nobody's seeing you and you're crouched and sneak walking, you're gaining experience in sneak.
I just need to do that.
Yeah,
I might do that when I leave after the show. Boot up Skyrim and do that. That's a pro tip from Eric Reichert. Follow him on Twitter at Dunkor.
I got the mad Elder Scrolls skills. I've been playing since 3.
That's a good idea. That is a damn good idea.
Yeah.
So this fucking Gray Fox, you know what? We should have fucking guarded this place with a trebuchet that launches a fucking cow.
No, they probably got sneak and camouflage potions. Some of them are probably Argonians. You know how they roll. Is it Argonians or is it the Kashyyyk that are good at stealth? The
Kashyyyk are good at stealth.
One of them can go invisible. I think the Argonians might have a passive invisibility.
I think they do if they stand still.
Maybe. I don't fucking know. I don't play that shit.
You just gave me a pro tip.
That was a trap.
Damn it, you are a sneaky bastard.
Now I know you're a fucking nerd. I'm out having sex with sports and playing ladies.
You know, hey, have you watched the new season of Futurama?
Yes.
Dude, that is great. I am so happy. There's snappy writing and like funny. I love it.
It's been
that was just a quick aside. Anyway.
Speaking of medieval themed stuff, Futurama's back.
Speaking of period pieces.
Yeah. Historical festivals.
Yes.
2000.
Have you ever been to a Renaissance festival?
I went to a Scottish Games once.
I've never been to a Renaissance festival or fair or anything. I always wanted to.
I I did me and my friend Cardo went to the Scottish Games. It was interesting. Like we missed some of the games. Like it was just kind of like, you know, that opening scene in Braveheart when they're like throwing fucking logs and shit and rocks because they can't have weapons. That's just the shit they do. They do that shit there. It's okay. We walked around, looked at some of the booths, and then we're like, want to get lunch? And they're like, yeah, but all they have is fucking turkey legs and shit, and they don't have anything worth. Hey, weapons! Fuck it, we'll eat lunch at home. Let's buy weapons. So I bought So I bought a battle axe, which actually broke last time I moved. It was cheap.
Oh.
It was just like a piece of sheet metal that was cut into the shape of an axe on like a stick. You know, it wasn't
like on the back of like a barbecue skewer thing.
Yeah. But my friend Cardo got a flail, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck up my brother with this so bad." And like, I was like, I'm just gonna chase him around with this, and I'm like, "Hey, guess what I got, Greg?" Yeah.
I hope he's wearing his cod piece.
Yeah. It's just good stuff. But yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to go to one, but I don't know where one is now. They do them a bunch up in near Sacramento.
I want to go and be like, good morrow, and like be cheery and the town drunk or something.
Yeah, well, it's funny because in the Renaissance Fair, the staff at least tries to keep character. So I'm sure somebody has done this, but one of the things I heard somebody suggest once is going to one of these dressed as Doctor Who, because it makes perfect sense that you're Doctor Who in the Renaissance, and you could be like, you know, your total Doctor Who self in character, and everyone will react to you in character, hopefully, and they might call security or whatnot.
I would go as Professor Time Cop.
Yeah, Professor Time Cop.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to go to a Renaissance fair and I didn't get to go. My brothers went, and I believe Mikey came back with like some ninja throwing stars. I'm like, that was not a Renaissance fair. Where did you go to the Far East Renaissance fair?
I know they had weird stuff like because Cardo got the flail and I got the axe, but I almost bought this replica of Sting from Lord of the Rings, and I was like, I don't think they had elven steel that glowed blue when orcs were around in the Renaissance, in the Scottish times, in the times of Braveheart. But you know, whatever.
Do they have any robot babies?
No, they don't. And that's supposed to be robot babes.
Oh.
But I can't spell.
That was me saying babes wrong. Do they have robot babes? Let's try again for that forced transition.
Yeah.
God damn it. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I would like to.
It clearly says robot babies on this content list because I can't spell worth a damn.
No. I can't read worth a damn, so it could say babies or babes.
It definitely says babies. It says robot babies. And that's not what this story is about.
Well, the story could be even more interesting if it was Japanese robot babies.
Sexy robot babies.
Sexy robot babies. Please just tell me about the robot babes and not the sexy robot babies.
Oh, now I wish it were about sexy robot babies.
How are you gonna top sexy?
Have you seen these fucking robot babies in Japan? That's creepy. No, it's sexy as hell, dude.
Sexy robot babies.
I went there and I was like, my friend's like, you got to see this. These babies. Oh my god,
they're oversized. They're oversized, sexy robot babies.
They're so fucking sexy, dude. That's creepy. No, you got to see these. Like, I mean, you can't fuck the baby, so it's not weird.
You can't fall in love with the robot. They don't have feelings.
Yeah. Do robot babies think of electric sheep?
Could you imagine a robot baby?
Yes, I can. I can.
What about a sexy robot baby?
Not so much, because now I'm just thinking of a tiny robot lady.
Oh man! So what's actually the story here?
The story here is in some bars in Japan. They introduce these giant robot women, like these scantily clad women. They look like kind of like World of Warcraft fan art because they're wearing kind of like armored bikini tops and whatever, but they don't have like elf ears or they kind of look like fantasy babes. But they're only the top half. Like there's no bottom half to it. Weird. It's just mostly arms, tits, and face.
She's all legs actually, because it has a mech lower body.
Yeah, the lower body is completely looks like farm equipment. But the point of this is that these giant sexy robot ladies have actual ladies that sit in the farm equipment part and kind of control them and sort of like farm equipment, and these fembots, I guess, I don't know, they're supposed to like dance or something. I don't know exactly understand what
you're not supposed to understand. It's a different culture.
Because it looks like someone cut a woman in half and then put the top half of her on the bad robot from RoboCop. You know?
There you go. That's what the blower hat. It looks like something out of Mech Warrior 2.
It looks like you know in Aliens Resurrection when there's those like half Sigourney Weaver, half aliens? It's like that, only instead of half Sigourney Weaver, half alien, it's half Sigourney Weaver, half giant robot from Aliens, that she was like, get away from her, you bitch. Like the top half is Sigourney Weaver, the bottom half is that robot.
You know, if you scroll halfway down, if you go to justcoolenough.com and click the link, scroll a little further than halfway down, almost 3/4 of the way down, there's a blue robot, sexy robot lady, and it almost looks like she's got a dong the way that the control hangs off of her. It's really just like a sexy robot mech, her tranny thing.
Yeah,
it's just a whole other level of weird.
Don't even look all that attractive, and I don't understand. Like they put pretty ladies wearing very little inside, like sitting on these seats.
That's the draw.
It's like, man, you know what I love? Sexy ladies controlling sexy lady robots. Like what?
Controlling sexy, of course. What could be better?
It's like so meta. Like, oh baby, I want to have sex with a robot that you're controlling.
Maybe that's how they get around. Maybe like
Japan is weird like that.
Yeah, these are their vehicles.
Yeah, this. You imagine if people just drove these, like they, and like you could just walk these down the street like AT-AT walkers.
So, but I don't see like maybe they only can be controlled by sexy Japanese women.
Maybe that's the thing. Like a scientist was designing an apparatus to help paraplegics, but he fucked up. And only sexy ladies can operate it. Like, he didn't want it to be like that, but he's like, fuck! Heck, I cross these wires, and now I can't undo it. It's fused. Only sexy ladies can drive these robots. Now what are the paraplegics going to do?
He's going to have to find a new solution.
Well, slap a pair of tits on the robots, too, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only way to... He's like, I bought all these... These are actually decommissioned, like, military vehicles.
Yeah.
They had nothing... Like, well, the program failed, but what are we going to do with all these extra robots? What always works? If there's tits always work. How about we slap some tits on the robot, and we'll sell them?
Yeah, we'll send them to Japan. Who knows?
Japan, yeah, they're a good idea. That's a good idea. These are actually decommissioned Russian space program robots. They're actually spying on the Japanese.
It almost kind of looks like that. This is like a porn parody of Gundam, where they put the porn stars. They just wrapped like cardboard, like fake robot things around their legs.
It is,
and they're like, I'm a Gundam, haha, and then they take it off and have sex. Yeah. Like, Gundam Wing XXX.
Gundam Wing XXX. Oh my gosh.
Well, I chose Gundam Wing because that's the one where they don't like fighting. So it's like, I don't want to fight anymore. So they just have sex.
No, it's Gundam now with wings for added protection for no leaks.
Gundong. Gundong jizz.
It's a Bukkake special.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Why aren't we writing these movies?
I don't know. We should be at least producing shitty porn.
Yeah. Speaking of producing things, apparently this guy there's a man in he's Dutch. I don't know what you call that.
Deutschland.
Deutschland. No, that's
German.
That's German. This Dutchman who apparently was made it to 35 years old without ever having sex with a woman, decided he was like gonna yeah, not when you look at him. He decided to himself, hey, you know what, I'm gonna just start selling my sperm on the internet or selling at sperm banks and whatnot. So he started donating sperm, but then found a website where women who are looking to conceive but want to go around the sperm banks, because obviously artificial insemination can be kind of expensive. So they just try and match people together. So this guy has not only donates sperm at sperm banks, but also for free, as long as you pay for like travel and lodging,
shipping and handling.
We'll go to your house and have sex with you. And he's actually like the reason why he does it so often is because he has like he's been tested to that he's actually incredibly, like he has a lot of sperm, incredibly fertile. About 80% of the women he has sex with or inseminate artificially conceive children. So it's
what 80? Wait, so they call that an 80% success rate?
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like an 80% failure rate.
Well, he's pretty successful because in the past 4 years of his service, he has helped. He has helped conceive 82 children.
What? 82 kids?
Yeah.
Oh my god! And he was a virgin until 34, and then now he has 82 children.
Yeah, he's 42 now, but it's 82.
Shit, maybe this guy has a robot lower half.
He says he sleeps with about 15 childless women a month in a bid to make them become mothers more easily.
I wonder if he's making money doing this too. This is incredible.
Well, he doesn't make any money on the just having sex with them, but he does. I imagine there is money for sperm donation, I think.
Shit, at least leave a tip jar.
I know. Well, one of the things though that's interesting about it is that when they do, like, before he has the sexton to not artificially inseminate someone, they do obviously the typical test that you would expect, but also he signs a waiver that says that he denies any legal right to the child, so he can never claim fathership of the child, and
He's doing it right.
And the woman can never ask for child support. But the problem is that these documents aren't like super official, and that they say like any good lawyer could probably tear these apart. So if at any time these women, not all 82, but the ones that he's at least actually had sex with, could probably get together and sue him for child support if they ever really wanted to. So far, that hasn't happened yet. He hasn't had any baby mama drama. But that's one of the things with doing it the old-fashioned way, is that when you do it through that way, you do actually, there is some legal stuff that you might have to incur. Like if you put your penis in the lady's hoo-ha and give her a baby that way, then she can say that you have to give her money.
No way. Child. There's no way. He has a pretend legally binding contract.
Yeah, it's not a legally binding contract. That's the thing. I mean, they might be able to argue that if he ever, but it's hard to say.
He's doing a good deed.
Yeah, he's doing it out of the kindness of his schlong.
It's the kindest way.
Yeah.
This guy is making up for lost time. That's what he's doing. He's like, I've been a virgin for 34 years. But man, I mean, like, why can't he make this a business?
I don't know. Because I think if you charge people to have sex with you, that is prostitution.
Well, I mean, you're not charging them for sex. You're charging them for the baby.
Yeah, but
like, you only like, they pay you child support. That's what they should do, because you're helping them have the kid. So every month you should get like a couple $100 from them.
And one of the interesting things is that
reverse child support.
One of the things is that he mostly just has the women come to his place, so he could just sit there like watching Game of Thrones all day, playing World of Warcraft, and then occasionally there's a knock on the door. Oh, you're my 530? Like, all right, the bedroom's in there.
Here, take this lube, do whatever you need to do. I'll be in a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. He's on vent. Hold on, guys. I just need to. I got to take care of some business real quick.
Yeah. I don't want anything from this boss, anyways. AFK. AFK while I impregnate this lady.
He's sitting there playing Team
Fortress. Like, sure you are.
Just laughing at him.
Yeah, Ed, I'm sure you are.
Ed, you fucking dog. You said you were a virgin.
Yeah, right. Ed's having sex with a lady right now. What a fucking loser. Like all this.
I want to see this dude. This dude's gonna be like the next Attila the Hun. Like half of the next population is gonna be related to this dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's winning now. He went from losing to winning. I mean, as long as it's well, you know what? Just Cool Enough. Us here at Just Cool Enough, since we're such a professional news department, we'll keep track of this story, and if there's any updates of him getting sued out of existence, then we'll keep you posted here.
And we'll keep track of it when I do my regular crawl through Reddit to find content. If this pops up, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, and by keep track, we mean if we see it, and there's a good chance we won't.
Speaking of stuff you don't see, have you seen this shit?
What?
Oh my god, this is so funny.
Dude, you totally need to check this out.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
I saw that 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's a double good transition.
Oh, damn, man, that was really good.
This week's Have You Seen This Shit is only for the this is all about us now. Any ladies listening, don't check this out.
Definitely.
It's called unolympic or unintentional censorship. It's pictures of all the really hot bods from the Olympic diving team. It's just super super sexy people. And the funny part is because the stats bars and like where they say like so and so's name and like their penalties and
this guy's from Cuba. This guy's from the USA.
Yeah,
it's Patrick Hudson from Germany.
Yeah, because of that, it covers up their crotch, so it looks like it's just a bunch of super fit dudes standing around a pool
and hugging and like high-fiving and holding each other,
all butt-ass naked, just because of the way that this.
And these dudes are ripped. It looks like this is like gay porn heaven here.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is. And any ladies you're looking for something to occupy your time between viewings of Magic Mike, this link is definitely might be worth checking out. So you can find that by going to justcoolenough.com and checking out our show notes. And while you're there, maybe check out some of the other stuff we do, or even donating if you want. You know, anything you want, you can pay a one-time donation of anything you want, or even.
You know, honestly, you should feel guilty at this point if you haven't donated and you've been listening. You should honestly feel guilty.
You can even subscribe for like $2
a month is the lowest one.
And let me just assure you, you get absolutely nothing for that. So it's a deal.
It's a deal. Think of it like this: you give us money and you get nothing in return. How
do I sign up for this?
Yeah, I mean, I donate every month.
No, you don't.
I used to. You're right. I should donate to Just Cool Enough.
Yeah, at least
How can I promote this without donating myself? Well, you know what, guys? You should follow my lead. I will donate $2 a month to Just Cool Enough, and you guys should do the same. I'm feeling guilty. You know, I've just been abusing your time like this, so I'm gonna donate.
Good.
There, I'll make things right. But seriously, there's a drop down that it goes up to $10.
Yeah. Because somebody's like, $2 isn't enough. Can you make it more? Yes.
Somebody actually said that, and you know what? We didn't get any extra donations after we changed things around.
Yeah, that guy
I did all that work. I did like 10 minutes of work for nothing.
Yeah, it was definitely a joke on his part.
What a jokester.
Speaking of time and not having much of it, a new study has found that sexy lingerie models can affect space-time.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Apparently, this study coming from the USC Marshall School of Business found that what they would do was they would show men images from like lingerie models and whatnot, and ask them questions about time, like how far away do you think 6 months is compared to 3 months? Is it you consider that long away or far away? And they even went another case group where they would say, you can have this thing now, or by participating you would get a gift card, but it's not going to be here for days or maybe even 3 months. And the men who had seen images, sexy images of women like in Victoria's Secret catalogs, found that the delay of 3 months was a lot worse than men who hadn't. They found that it changes our perception, that it makes us more immediate. It makes men want things more now. It makes the distant future seem further away. Makes us live more in the present.
So seeing hot ladies alter space time. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, there are a few things that affects time: gravity and hot ladies.
You know, they were doing all this research at CERN and shit like that,
Yeah,
and
find
Einstein's
it.
theory of
Boom, you
relativity.
found the Higgs boson. So what? This picture of Kate Upton makes time slow down.
Yeah, watch this. Call this the Higgs boson.
Boners on me. See, that's what we need. It's like we need to create wormholes. We just get a bunch of pictures of sexy ladies, put them
If
in
we
space.
wrap the Earth in Kate Upton's photo,
Yeah, we'll just get a couple of them. Kate
we have
Upton.
to slow down global warming. We could just slow down time itself.
Yeah, and then we build a space station out of pictures of sexy ladies, and then we can open up portals through space time and like wormholes, like stable wormholes, like Deep Space Nine.
Or, I mean, like, we're worried about the Mars mission that NASA wants to launch, or SpaceX, or whoever. We could just, if we had a bunch of pictures of, I mean, we already have all these magazines laying around. We just could put them all over the place. Yeah. And instead of like 8 months, it would take 10 months. Actually, that slows things down. But if you reverse the pictures, it has the opposite effect. If you turn them upside down.
Yeah, it's just terrible that these pictures go to waste. Like, a lot of them just get thrown away or are in the closets of 12-year-old boys. Like, they really need to like gather these up and use them for their pure scientific purposes, which they were intended to have.
If you are a hot girl and you're over the age of 18, you could send us a hot picture.
Yeah.
To show at justcoolenough.com, and we will test this at our research institute.
Yeah, we actually, if you didn't know that Just Cool Enough also has Just Cool Enough College for theoretical physics and breast detection.
Yes, it's all one. It's actually
/ Culinary Institute.
It's right next to DeVry.
Yeah, it's good. It's like the University Phoenix of sexy ladies and touching boobies.
It's actually better than DeVry though. We don't take your money. We just ask for your money.
Yeah, we just ask for your money, and we don't really have grading systems, so you don't have to sue us when you have a C like this kid. So apparently these days, that rather than kids working hard and trying to get good grades and all that stuff, they basically can just, I wish I knew about this, you could just slack off all year, and then when you graduate, fucking sue your school and then get into college as a valedictorian, even though you didn't do a damn thing. God, if only this was which is apparently what this kid had decided to do, because he was pissed because he got a C+ in chemistry, and so he has filed suit against his school and his former school and his former chemistry teacher, which, just is crazy. Although, having read the story, I can see that he actually kind of has a case. It's not like, man, I didn't like it, and chemistry sucks, and I got a C. Like, he's an A+ student, like, all through fucking school. He's one of those kids that, like, has a mental breakdown freshman year of college because he works too fucking hard. One of those kids. And
that's how I was.
He missed. He was gonna miss like one fucking class, and he told the teacher, "Hey, I'm gonna miss this class, and I know there's a lab day. Can I make it up?" And the teacher was like, "Yeah, fucking whatever." And then like he missed the class, and then he showed up, and he's like, "Can I make up that class?" And the teacher's like, "Fucking no, and I'm failing you for this for your chemistry lab portion of this class." And then he's like, "What?" And then he took the final, and they apparently failed the final too, and that dropped him down to a C+. Which, if failing the lab portion and the final of your chemistry class only drops you to a C+, means he's probably doing pretty well in every fucking other aspect. And then they went to the administration. They're like, "What the fuck's this all about?" The administration's like, fuck off. And then they went to the superintendent, and the superintendent's like, "Yeah, I'll handle this." And then nothing fucking happened. So it's like a year passed, and he's just got this fucking C. And the teacher fucking retired right after. So it's like, what the fuck is going on?
So what, are they going to give him an honorary, like, valedictorian thing?
I don't know, but they're suing the school district for their claim is more than $10,000 in damages, basically, because they had to go through a lot of fucking shit for this, and it's clear that they have good evidence that maybe this teacher just fucking failed this kid because he wanted
Just to be a dick.
Yeah.
Maybe this kid was just that smart asshole kid that just knows everything, and the teacher was sick of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just not getting rewarded for his hard work.
Yeah.
What kind of asshole teacher? Like, this actually makes me mad because I've been a straight A student before, and this actually happened to me exactly.
I never had anything like that, but that.
This is like my story exactly. I was a straight A student, and I could have passed, but the teacher just had it out for me. Totally
had it out for you.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to empathize with this kid, to be completely honest, but it is bullshit.
I never had really bad teachers all that much. Not as much as my sister had more of these stories. I had a friend who got detention the only time he ever got detention because the teacher gave detention to everyone in class. One of those, and it was like a sub or something. But my sister had, like, in middle school, had like this teacher who was just fucking stupid. Like she like would mark her off on tests even though she was fucking right because the teacher thought she was wrong. She'd be like, "How many states are there?" She'd be like, 50? No, 52. Check off. It's like, no, there's fucking 50, you moron. You're a teacher. How are you a fucking teacher? Yeah.
Bad teacher story. When I was in 3rd grade, I was having a hard time reading in front of the class, which turns out anyway. I'm having a hard time reading in front of the class, and it put me behind. The teacher, instead of spending more time and going over things with me and getting a good student and teacher relationship, as I fell further and further behind in class and stopped turning in work, she put a sign on my desk that said "The Do Nothing Child," and she just stuck it on my desk. I remember you bitch, Miss Eulenberg. Well, fuck you. God, she honestly, like, that scarred me. That bitch. But she did. She put a sign on my desk that was called "The Do Nothing Child," and she took it down when my dad and mom came in for conferences. And I'm telling this to my mom and dad, and they're like, "No way. No way." So that's some shit right there.
See, that's the thing. Like, they couldn't pull that shit off because every fucking kid's got cell phones with cameras and shit. Like,
oh, I know, right? Like, if I had a cell phone camera.
Yeah, see, I had kind of that, only the opposite. Where in 2nd grade, I didn't read in class so well, and I was failing fucking all my spelling tests. But not because I had I needed help, because I just didn't do any fucking studying. So they're like, we're gonna take it. But instead of being like, this kid's fucking stupid, he doesn't do any work, they were like, he might have a reading disability, so we're gonna test him. Turns out I had a fucking reading disability. I'm dyslexic as shit. But the only reason why they found out about it is because I'm also lazy as shit. Like,
well, I happen to be dysgraphic, which explains a lot of the.
I'm dysgraphic, but I say dyslexic because
more people, yeah.
No.
So yeah, it's like total shit. Anyway, I hate that teacher.
Yeah.
And she was mean to me, and she didn't help me at all.
Yeah.
But you win some, you lose some. I'm winning now. She's probably dead.
What? Yeah, enjoying that teacher's salary retirement.
She's living off she's living off of my tax dollars in the grave. Fuck you, Eulenberg. God, I hate. Anyway, wow, I'm filled with anger now. Do you have a story to kind of like cool me off? You got like a chaser?
Well, if you wish death upon her, or maybe she did die, what you can always do is carry her urns in a urn. Or carry her ashes in an urn that's been 3D printed to be the shape of her head.
Oh my gosh! So 3D printing's a thing nowadays.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I read in a story that like they 3D printed a rifle, and it actually.
Oh, I know.
But apparently the big thing now is that people are 3D printing busts of heads, like kind of like fake versions of head. They kind of look realistic. As urns for you to store the ashes of your loved ones in basically their severed head.
Okay, so 3D printing, just in case for anybody that doesn't know, look up MakerBot and then continue with this podcast. It's actually really cool.
It's like every printer. Instead of ink, though, it's
a
like
composite material.
Yeah, like plasticky kind of material, and it lays it like a sheet of paper thin at a time and builds whatever thingamabob. Yeah, it's basically like the closest thing we have to a replicator. If the replicator only replicated things out of plastic.
Pseudo me a steak sandwich, and then it'd make a plastic steak sandwich.
It would look exactly like a steak sandwich. It'd just be plastic.
You couldn't eat it. Or you could try, but it'd probably hurt.
Yeah. So apparently,
like this is just the beginning. I can't wait till like whole different body parts are coming out of these things.
yeah, apparently like they have a couple of like their prices range from like $600 or to the larger ones it's like $2,600. They even sell an urn in the shape of Barack Obama's head.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? I actually really excited for 3D printing. You can find one as low as like $700, and I think it'd be really cool to use and like make things. Like say you break something that's like a plastic piece and it's hard and you can't really fabricate it. You 3D print the bitch and then you have it again. You're like, oh, my garage door is fixed because of the 3D printer. Maybe make my own Legos.
Yeah, my mom's desk fell apart in the move, and it's just gone. We have to buy a new one. So if I could just 3D print a desk.
A whole desk.
Yeah.
Just put a wheel.
Computer. Desk. Earl Grey.
But there was a story, I think it was this week or last week, about a dude 3D printing like the firing mechanism to a gun, an AR-15.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's cool too.
He took it to a movie theater and it worked out pretty well for him.
Oh God, don't too soon.
No.
Those were our people that got killed. You know, those were 12 of our potential listeners that got killed. I feel like we've lost part of the community.
No wonder our shows nobody's listening anymore.
Oh, God. You know, it could have been anybody.
Yeah, that's what I went to see Dark Knight the day later, and I was like, oh great, I'm gonna go see a nighttime showing of Dark Knight in Los Angeles. God, I hope I don't get shot.
Oh my God! Please no. You know, Max Maps said the absolute.
He said the funniest fucking thing
I've ever It was the most awful. Disgusting.
Which is total Max Maps, which is
it
hilarious.
made me laugh really.
He tweeted out, and this was like hours after this had revealed. We didn't know
early hours. Max Maps tweets people focusing on the sad side of the Colorado thing are neglecting the fact that this could very well spawn up to 12 real life Batman.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It just oh my gosh! It makes you laugh and cry at the same time. Max was perfect for that.
See, and I'm okay with that because people are like, oh, too soon. You can't make fun of it. If you can't make fun of that, what the fuck can you make fun of? Like, why am I supposed to feel sad all the time? Why not laugh and try and forget? Try and for one moment in my fucking life forget that people are goddamn horrible, and at any moment a psychopath who just hasn't jizzed inside a woman in too long can shoot and murder a bunch of people with assault rifles.
He should have, that dude, before he went off and killed those 12 people, he should have started fertilizing women for money. Yeah,
he should have looked up that Dutch website. And
yeah. Or maybe he could have found a sexy robot baby.
Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. He was working on the patent for sexy robot babies, and then Japan just fucking stole it.
Those fuckers. Japanese people are just one-upping you.
Yeah. Crazy sons of bitches. Anyways, I think it's time we stop talking about all this gay shit like sexy robot babes and having sex with women and start plugging each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My plug for this week is an iPad game, an iPhone game, iOS game called Antithesis. It's only 99 cents. It seems like, what is this, fucking Pong? But it's actually a really cool puzzle game. If you've ever played Pong, you'll know how it works. But it's a lot of fun to play. It gets really hard. And it's also made by my friend and fellow podcaster, Mike Schramm.
Fuck yeah!
It's fun. He just released the update, so now it works on the iPad. So I picked it up and I've been playing it a little. It's actually a really fun game. It's really cool, and you should totally check it out. It's a simple game, but it's fun. So you should totally check out Antithesis on the iTunes App Store, or you can always just go to justcoolenough.com and check out the show notes.
And also those show notes are going to be my plug for this week. I'll give a shout out to Casey. Shout out to Casey, just cause. And then also my plug for this week is a very interesting podcast. If you need a chaser after listening to Just Cool Enough, or maybe you just need to feel smart before you listen to Just Cool Enough, you can always go to dancarlin.com. He does an awesome podcast called Hardcore History, and he has one currently that is The Wrath of Genghis Khan, or Genghis Khan. I've been saying it wrong my whole life. Anyway, it's an awesome podcast. It teaches you stuff, and it just gives you such an alternate perspective on history and the times we live in now. It's spectacular. It is probably my new favorite podcast for the time being. Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. Check it out, justcoolenough.com. You can get the direct link to it, but that's my plug.
Cool. Also, if you're looking for another podcast that's kind of interesting, there's one, Throwing Shade, that I listen to. It's Aaron Gibson and Brian Safi, who they both used to. Aaron Gibson used to host a show or a segment on Current TV called I forget what hers was called, but it was about women. It was Modern Lady.
Oh yeah.
And Brian Safi used to host That's Gay, and the two of them do this podcast.
Oh, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, and they do this podcast called Throwing Shade, where it's mostly them talking about women's issues and gay rights, but it's fucking hilarious because they're basically doing bits the entire time. Like they're always they saying like the most horrible things about each other and the topics they're talking about as bits, and you also kind of learn some stuff. They sometimes
make sure to link that. Those guys are awesome. Both those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're fucking hilarious, both of them, and their podcast is really, really good. And you can get, even if you're a straight white male like myself, you can get something out of it. It's funny, at least it's funny. So, but maybe get your learn on, maybe evolve yourself as a human being and not be so fucking horrible.
I know, honestly, you fucks listening to this show, definitely listen to at least Hardcore History.
Ike was right about these guys.
What did he say?
He said just these people who just weren't.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did tell. Man, I can't believe we even do a show for these listeners here. Those jerks.
See, that was a test, and you failed.
I did fail. You set it up so good, and I fucked it up. Yeah. You should just end the show.
Yeah, I will. All right.
Don't. You know what? In fact, let's use. Don't even donate. You don't need to donate to the show.
See, now that was a test, and you also failed that.
No, I'm testing the listeners right now to see if they're any true listeners. If they care about us, they'll donate. But now I don't even know. I've just reverse psychologied myself.
You're just confusing the shit out of everybody now.
Oh my god. I'm just so sorry. Hey, so, what are we going to do with Ike's body?
Oh, that's a good question. I hear pigs. We need about 11 of them.
11 of them? What about a vat of acid?